guys, my name is Caitlin and I am from grassfedgirl.com, and today we're going to be talking about liver. So you may be thinking, well, liver is gross, but I want to tell you it is not, as long as you know how to make it. And I'm going to show you 3 ways to make it more palatable, and I want to tell you a little bit more about this superfood. So if you haven't tried liver in a while, just give it another chance because it will improve your health and it is worth it. So just come along with me today and we're gonna have a great time cooking liver 3 different ways. First things first, I wanna tell you about my favorite electrolyte. This is Relight. It is a wonderful electrolyte drink that I use on the Carnivore Diet. You can get the unflavored or the flavored. This has some stevia, but you can get either kind you want. And this is just a wonderful way to get the right balance of electrolytes. And I have a code called GrassFedGirl, and you can get 15% off down in the description box. Just use my code and my link, and that will help support this channel. So Relight, I promise you will love it. It is the best. It has salt from underneath the ground in Utah, the salt flats. It is just amazing. And you want this. If you are feeling lethargic or anything on the carnivore diet, this is going to help. So let me know if you bought it and if you like it down in the comments. Thank you. We're going to talk about liver. So first we're going to talk about why you should eat liver and why it's good for you. So this is some liver. This is frozen, but I have, because I used all the other ones in the rest of the video that I had. But it's super cheap and it's amazing. So you can get, this is probably $5. If you have a grass-fed farmer, they might be even throwing this away. So it's very, very cheap to get. You can also go to ethnic stores like Mediterranean markets, Middle Eastern markets. A lot of them sell this. A lot of Whole Foods has it. It's really easy to find. I would try to get the healthiest animal you could, just to keep out the toxins and things like that from your meats. But liver is really easy to find. So now we're going to talk about some of the health benefits of liver. So it is the most nutrient-dense food on earth. There is nothing like it in plants or vegetables or fruits. There's no superfood that can compare to liver. So don't fall into that trap of thinking, you know, this powder or that berry is more nutrient-dense. Liver is the most. People think it stores toxins. It doesn't store toxins. It actually just filters them. So there's no need to fear it for that reason. Like I said, I would get the healthiest animal you can find, but I would not fear that it's storing toxins. Most of our toxins are stored in our fat, so not in the liver at all. So don't worry about that. Like I said, it's very cheap. It has 100% of the recommended daily intake of every vitamin. That's pretty amazing. So it is in just 3.5 ounces. So you don't need to eat a lot to get your 100% recommended daily intake. It has 460% of the recommended daily intake of B12, and we all know that helps with avoiding dementia. Vitamin A is, a lot of people are afraid of vitamin A. It is not something to be afraid of. Mainly studies that have been done on vitamin A have been from a synthetic form or a supplemental form of vitamin A, not vitamin A found in food. So I wouldn't be so worried about that. And you have to eat a whole lot, and most people don't eat hardly any liver, so I really wouldn't worry about it. And just don't take vitamin A supplements if you're worried about that. But really, most people need more liver, not less. And it is good. Vitamin A, of course, is wonderful for immune function. It is just the gold standard in immune function support. So definitely we need that in this crazy times that we're living in right now. It also helps with heart health. And of course, we all know that vitamin A is good for our eyes. And we were told that we could eat carrots and get our vitamin A when we were kids, but that's not really true because you have to have it converted in the body, and most people can't convert that. So you really need an animal source vitamin A, which is what liver is. So we need that. Also folate. Most women are very folate deficient when they're having a baby, and that's really a bad situation. You want to have high folate in your diet when you are trying to conceive or you're thinking of conceiving in the future. Folate is really important for a healthy baby, so definitely need your folate. Of course, we all need it for cell growth and new DNA. But men need it too, of course. All right, choline. Choline is that thing in egg yolks that we all know that gives great support for our brain function. So you definitely need that. And iron. Most women, especially, are iron deficient. So it helps the oxygen get into the cells. And so we need a lot more iron. And this has 80% of the iron we need for the day. Liver has tons of protein. Of course, who doesn't need more protein? We love that it's high in protein. So we're so excited about that. And also is very cheap, like I said. So let's eat our liver. Get going. We're going to show you 3 ways to make liver. Okay, so now we're going to go and make our liver recipes. I'm so excited. This is going to be fun. Stay to the end to see all 3 recipes. One of the first ways I make liver is I marinate it. So I put it in a bowl with some cumin, paprika, salt, and apple cider vinegar. And this will eliminate a lot of that aftertaste that people don't like. So get your liver as fresh as you can. My husband buys this at an ethnic market, and it's a Middle Eastern market, and they got it right from the farmer. So it's really fresh. The more fresh it is, the less of that taste it's gonna have. So when it has a lot of aftertaste, that is it's getting old. So make sure it's fresh as possible. You just wanna cut it in strips like this and then put it into your bowl. So now it's all cut up. So you're gonna put in your cumin. So I put in my cumin. And I'm going to put in the paprika. And then you're going to put in the salt. This is the salt I've got. And then vinegar. So this is apple cider vinegar from Aldi. You just kind of mix it up so it's all coated. And I would let it marinate for about an hour, 30 minutes or so. Okay, so I have some butter melting here, and I've marinated my liver over here. So it's been in the vinegar and spices actually overnight. So when your pan is hot, you're just going to add your liver. So just cook that for 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Flip it over, pretty nice crust on it. The little pink inside looks great. And just eat it. So there you go. Now we're just gonna mix it with 1 pound of ground beef. Okay, so now you just put the liver in the bowl and you're just gonna mix it all together. And you could use this for meatloaf or burgers. So you just kind of go like this, and then you would just season it however. So you just want like 1/4 liver to 1 pound, because you don't want it to be too strong. So just mix that all together, and then you can just make it into burgers or meatloaf, or however you were going to. You can add salt and whatever seasonings if you use seasonings. And and then it will just cook like normal, and you won't probably taste it because it's a very low ratio of liver to ground beef. Actually, what I decided to do here was make a meatloaf. So I took 2 eggs and just added it to 1 pound of meat and 1/4 pound of liver that I chopped up, and I'm just gonna bake that. I put some salt and some seasonings, and then I just gonna bake this for like 30 minutes on 350. So you can see here that I cut it up in small pieces, and I would probably cut it up a little smaller next time, but you can cut it and then you can just swallow it once it's frozen. And I would definitely get a grass-fed animal for this and cut it smaller than I did, because this was my first try. So just cut it really small and then you can swallow it without tasting it. And that's a really good way to get some of this vital nutrition. So some people worry that since you're eating this raw, that it would have some sort of contamination, but I just think of it like sashimi fish. It is frozen for a long time before you eat it, and so I just wouldn't worry about it. And that is why it is really important to get a grass-fed animal that has been on pasture when you buy liver. So especially if you're going to eat it raw, I think that's really important because it's going to have less incidence of parasites or other contaminants. I'm going to enjoy my liver meatloaf, and while I do, why don't you check out my liver pate video? I'll put a link so you can check that one out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that liver recipe video, and I hope you consider eating more liver in the future and making it part of your weekly routine. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe this video with more people. It really helps to get the message out and support my channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. And I've been posting them every Monday morning, so make sure you check it out on Mondays. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.